Booch body stuff. Trump is live, signing executive orders again. My goat, he loves that.
Many of these things should have taken place.
The R word in French means late. So if you were late in a French school, you would need an R word pass. Yeah. In any case, we'll get to all of that. Let's showcase once again the blast off meme. The blast off. We're blasting off. It's blasting off. We're blasting. I'm thinking we're blasting. Okay. I'm thinking we're blasting. That's a blast off, dude. Did you hear Trump's Kennedy Center leaks? He wants to watch musicals again? Yeah, I know. But not gay ones. He wants not woke musicals like Cats, which is, of course, obviously not a gay musical. Dude, having a not gay musical is like saying you want a not gay parade, okay? Just, it's impossible. It's a gay thing. Oh, I want to suck a dick, but not in a gay way, okay? Pause, no homo. I want to suck a penis, but like in a non-gay way. It's like, no, dude, you're still sucking a penis, okay? It's at least a little gay. Even if it's, and I'm not even on some transphobic shit. Like, even if it's girl cock, there's like a little bit. That's why there's a term for it. You can say you're pan or whatever. You know what I mean? If you're sucking on girl cock, it's still a little, like, it's a little bit, you know? It's a little bit. Not like, oh, you like dudes, but it's a little queer, right? There's just no, you can't just be like, oh, I want to do a musical. I want to do a musical, but it's not gay. It's gay. It's either a little gay or very gay. It's the same principle behind parades. Little gay or very gay. Now, is it bad to be gay? No, of course not. Trump is gay as hell. And it's probably one of his best qualities. I mean, look at how zesty he is. Look at what he's doing right now. Look at the way he's signing this. He's such a queen. Okay?
So we're going to go around the room a little bit quickly, and we're going to introduce these very outstanding people. They've had
fifth column MB. I hope you get canceled. Girl cock's the shittest thing ever. Don't read my username, please.
Incredible people that going along as rapidly.
Trans chatter here. You're literally wrong.
Ahead of
what do you mean?
Anybody else thus far? So I want to thank John Thune. He's done a very good job, and the whole Senate. We're being delayed as much as possible by Democrats, but that's standard. It gets to be just standard.
If Gawk is even a little gay, you're saying trans women are mostly women, but not actually really? No, I'm not saying that. Trans women are women, okay? It's the same principle behind, like, high-fiving your cis girlfriend, okay? It's a little gay. That doesn't make your girlfriend not a girl, cis or trans, okay? That's it. And also, it's a fucking joke! Comedy is legal now.
The world has America First patriots. And all
like being, or getting pegged, okay? Getting pegged by your cis girlfriend who has a strap on. It's a little gay. It's not the end of the world. It's not the worst thing, okay? But it's a little gay. Cis, trans, doesn't matter. Same principle behind getting your ass eaten, okay? A little gay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a little gay. Everyone's a little gay. It is what it is.
It's my honor to represent President Trump, people of America, represent our interests and values in China.
I'm Leah Campos. I'm going to represent the President in the Dominican Republic. Mr. President, thank you for the honor to serve you in the Dominican Republic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike Waltz, National Security Advisor. Look forward to working with every one of you on behalf of the President, his leadership.
Oh, my goat, Mr. Text, Mr. Group Chat. Mike Waltz. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mike Waltz. I like to make group chats. I'm here to make sure that everyone here is copacetic.
To be ambassador to Panama, it truly is an honor, President, to be part of your administration.
Thank you.
Tom Barrett, nominee to the Republic of Turkey. Delighted and honored to be with you, Mr. President, in that host country, which is one of the most ancient in civilization, is in search for your peace, prosperity, and security program. Thank
Good
you.
place.
Mr. President.
Good leader, too.
Yeah, Mr. President, thank you. It's an honor. I'm Pete Hookster, you know that.
Yeah.
But I am going to Canada. I look forward to serving you in Canada and your agenda.
And you do a great job. Thanks, Pete.
Juan Johnson, sir, thank you for the nomination to represent you and the United States to the United Mexican States. And I'm really encouraged by some of the conversations you've had with President Sheinbaum recently and to the increase in support that we've seen out of her government along our border on the important issues. So thank you, sir.
They have stepped it up a lot,
Yes, sir.
Mexico and Canada, so see how it works, right?
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Matt Whitaker from Des Moines, Iowa. I'm proud to, as soon as I'm confirmed, go represent you at the North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Okay, thank you, man.
George Glass, on my way to Japan. Previous administration, I served for you in Portugal. It is a great honor to be able to do this a second time.
Thank you very
for
much.
the opportunity.
Thank you, George.
President Trump, my name is Ken Howry. I'm your nominee to be ambassador to the Kingdom of Denmark, a very close partner and ally. I served for you last time for the Kingdom of Sweden. I want to thank you for the faith you've placed in me as your nominee to Denmark.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
President Trump, thank you for the honor of a lifetime. My name is Stacy Feinberg, and hopefully I'll have the honor of serving in Luxembourg. And I think this is the greatest presidency and the greatest time in history, and it's all because of you.
Thank you very much.
Nicole McGraw, nominated to serve in Croatia, and it's such an honor to be here with you today and to
Croatia!
serve you and the American people.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
President Trump, thank you very much for your nomination to the Republic of Chile. And let me tell you, Border Patrol agents are so thankful for everything that you've done for them. But it's
That
a
man
great,
knows more about the border than anybody, I want to tell you. Thank you.
President, it's a great honor. Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Good
Good
luck.
afternoon, Mr. President. Brian Birch. If I'm confirmed, I'll be representing you at the Holy See. And Catholics are very proud of your work. Your team is doing an excellent job, so thank you. Very honored to serve.
Thank you very much.
Mr. President, thank you again for the honor, the greatest privilege. My name is Summer Sparkus. I will serve this great man at the Republic of Malta. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Joe Popolo from Dallas,
I
Texas.
love this because the ambassadorship positions are basically like who's got motion. If you're a politician, if you're actively a politician who was a senator, or like if you had a formative role, obviously this is the worst demon. Hold on, let's watch this, and I'll give you
You've done more for Israel than any president.
Oh, Mike Fuckabee! You've done more for Israel.
We're grateful.
Am
I'm hoping
Israel
I get to
high?
be there by Passover.
Mike
Thank
Fuckabee.
you, Mike. And Mike is an outstanding guy. They all are. Mike, I think he's going to do wonders for Israel. He actually probably gets along with both sides, and that'll be interesting to see. But the world is watching you, Mike, so good luck. Good luck. You're going to do well. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, thank you for this great honor to serve the Republic of Italy and San Marino. I'm so looking forward to going over there and working with that great ally, and for the pleasure to serve you. Your staff has been great working with us and have done a great job, and we really appreciate them. Thank you, sir,
Thank
for
you.
pushing this along.
And have a good time. A really good time.
I'm Warren Stevens from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I have the honor to represent the President and the United States in Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and to be chosen to go to such an important ally of ours is, I know, sir, and I'm looking forward to it, but thank you for the honor.
Both of the Fuckabees are on Ozempic. Both of them. Both Mike and Sarah Fuckabee. They both are on Ozempic.
Two guys, and then you add on Mike. I think they have a little more money than Mike, but he's got some other advantages. He's got some other, like upstairs, he's got some big advantages.
Yeah, he does.
It's very
Trump has
exciting.
selected a man who
It's
wants
really
that Barack
exciting.
Obama looks like a skinny
Would you
ghetto
have any
crackhead to
questions,
serve
maybe,
as our ambassador
for
to
the,
South Africa.
People that you just saw, so outstanding, and I thought it would be nice to bring them before you. And so if you have any questions, please.
I wanted to ask you about the
talks in Saudi Arabia. It sounds like you made some progress on a Black Sea ceasefire.
Yeah, this is a room full of dipshits who have. This is a room full of dipshits who sucked off Trump hard enough to get like ambassadorship positions. It's only a demotion it's only a demotion that counts as exile if you're like a prominent political leader and then they send you off into like a shitty country, like a lame country that you don't want to be at. But outside of that, it's almost always just like rich wives of campaign contributors getting positions of ambassadorship to just like basically go and have fun. Or if you are personally a sociopathic Israel dick rider that is one of the biggest Israel dick riders of all time, like you will outflank most Jews on Israel, like Mike Fuckabee, because you're an evangelical sociopath who believes that Jews need to be sent to the desert so that Jesus Christ can come back to earth and like fight in Megiddo. Then you become the Israel ambassador. But it's basically a bullshit job for the most part. Or CIA.
And it allows for people to get together, mediate it, arbitrate it, and see if we can get it stopped. And I think it will. That'll get stopped.
What countries are you looking to work with, sir?
Nuke Hoscord?
We have other countries involved, and they're involved very strongly in the process. And that'll be resolved. That's actually, as bad as it is, that's the least of the problems. So we'll get that resolved.
Is Hoscore still locked in on the sucking a gawk? Sucking a gawk is a little queer, not in like a bad way or anything. Is that what Hoscore is trapped on? I mean, I know that was a joke, but I assume that was a little bomb that I dropped in the beginning of the broadcast as a bro thought jokes would fly.
Outlets, if they're successful, I know Senator Kennedy has backed it, Marjorie Taylor Greene in Congress has backed it, would you be interested in defunding and taking away taxpayer dollars to NPR and PBS?
Well, I would love to do that. I think it's very unfair. It's been very biased, the whole group. I mean, a whole group of them. And frankly, there's plenty look at all the media you have right now. There's plenty of coverage. I was from a different age, and they spend more money than any other network of its type ever conceived. So the kind of money that's being wasted, and it's a very biased view, you know that better than anybody. And I'd be honored to see it end. We're well covered. Look at all the people that we have here today. We're well covered, and we don't need it, and it's a waste of money. Especially, I don't even know what Doge's recommendation is. I assume their recommendation is to close them up.
Well, after they hear all the testimony, I think they're going to make a decision relatively sooner than later.
Yeah.
But we'll see what that turns out.
I can't imagine that they wouldn't, because they have found so much waste, fraud, and abuse. Hundreds of billions of dollars, and just waste, fraud, abuse. You heard yesterday some of the new things that were found. 22 billion just in environment. Billion. You know, if you had 22 million, Warren, it would be nice, but 22 billion put into environmental accounts. One was 2 billion into one account, Stacey Abrams, where they had $100 in the account. And just before I came in, they put $2 billion. And you guys are looking, so you mean 2 million or maybe 200,000? No, $2 billion were put in the account. What do you think of that, Mike? Do you think that's a straight deal? 2 billion?
Just write me the check, Mr. President. I'll take it with me to Israel.
It's a horrible thing, and we have so many of those things. So they've done an incredible job, and the country wants to hear it. I think Doge is actually very popular because of what's happening. They're hearing about all of these scams and for big money, tremendous amount. And when you add it up, just hundreds of billions of dollars being wasted, and much of it's fraud. You know, we talk about waste. And it is waste and abuse, but a lot of it's fraud, too. Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
I just want to follow up on that. If Planned Parenthood is defunded, would you look into the harvesting of baby organs that they've done throughout the years and maybe go after some criminal prosecution on that?
Well, I think you're talking about a subject that is a heated subject. And we'll look into it. We're going to look into everything. But that's certainly a subject that's been debated for a long time. and we will look into it, yeah.
Mr. President, some senators have expressed hope that the White House will support a rescission package to codify some of the DOJ cuts into law. Where does the White House stand on that? And are you making progress?
Which
on that?
package?
A rescission package to codify some of the DOJ cuts into law.
You know what, it would be great. I think we're going to do that. I think they're going to do it. I think we're also going to be codifying a lot of the executive orders that we've done, which have been very popular. And we're looking at one, I will tell you right now, that I think perhaps will be controversial, but not with the people, and that's sanctuary cities. We're going to end sanctuary cities for some of these jurisdictions that aren't cooperating with law enforcement. They're guarding criminals. They're taking the rights away from the citizens of this state and their city. And we're going to be ending sanctuary cities if we find it necessary to do in certain major areas. And we may just end the entire thing altogether because it's just a way of protecting criminals. And nobody else is benefited by that. And for some reason, Democrats want to keep and they want to shield criminals from being sent back to their countries or being sent to prison. And in the meantime, the crime rate has gone through the roof. Under Biden, it was through the roof. It's starting to come down, but we're taking a lot of people out of here. So we may be presenting you very shortly with a executive order ending sanctuary cities.
Mr. President, are you going to change any of the practices that your national security officials used after a reporter was inadvertently added to a group chat about attacks on Yemen?
Well, I think it's a question I've been asked now, and I've given a few answers, and they've all been the same. We have an amazing group. Our national security now is stronger than it's ever been. We have had a very, very successful, numerous attacks on that area. These are people that shoot down ships, not only our ships, ships all over the world. They're shooting down right out of the water and damaging them badly, or they're going down. They're also shooting anything that happens to be flying in the area. We hit them very, very hard. There was no classified information, as I understand it. They used a app, if you want to call it an app, that a lot of people use, a lot of people in government use, a lot of people in the media use. And I think I'll ask Mike. Mike is here. Do you want to respond to that, please?
Yes, Mr. President. You asked about lessons. I think there's a lot of journalists in this city who have made big names for themselves, making up lies about this president, whether it's the Russia hoax or making up lies about Gold Star families. And this one in particular, I've never met, don't know, never communicated with, and we are looking into and reviewing how the heck he got into this room. But I'll tell you what, the world owes President Trump a favor. Under Biden, global shipping was shut down. Pinprick attacks, months between them, our destroyers being fired upon dozens of times. President Trump took decisive action with his national security team, took out the head missileer, knocked out missiles, knocked out headquarters, knocked out communication sites. And for once, as we hear, as you all hear from every one of our allies, thank God for American leadership again. Thank God for American strength. You're welcome, and look, we had a national security team that was coordinating these efforts. As Director Radcliffe testified today, his first day on the job, he was introduced to this app on his government systems at the CIA and at the State Department and otherwise. So,
oh my God!
Look, this journalist.
Oh my God! This man right here, Mike Waltz, his brother-in-law is the lead singer of Creed. I just found out because I saw Andrew K-File tweet. Andrew Kaczynski.
And knocking the crap out of terrorists, which is exactly what
oh
your team
my
and
God!
Except a good friend and fellow veteran.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
We've had numerous successful evenings and days in that area. The worst of them has been
oh my God!
This should have been done a long time ago by Biden, but Biden was an incompetent president. He couldn't do anything. He didn't know where he was going. He had no clue. This guy had no clue. This should have been done a long time ago. As they shoot missiles at ships, randomly shoot missiles at ships, and they make their own missiles. You know, this is not an incompetent group of people.
My God!
They make their own missiles. They get
what an incredible moment!
Iran. It's an offshoot of Iran, another offshoot. You have Hamas, you have Hezbollah, you have the Houthis, you got a lot of
You
stuff
think
going
you
on with
know a
Iran.
guy.
And,
You think
we
you
said
know a
let it to
guy,
Iran, we're gonna
and then you find out something about him.
That's an app that a lot of people use, and someone got on. I mean, happened to know the guy's a total sleazebag. The Atlantic is a failed magazine. Does very, very poorly. Nobody gives a damn about it. This gives it a little bit of a shot.
What the
And
heck?
I will tell you this: that they've made up more stories, and they're just a failing magazine. The public understands that. He's a very good man. That man is a very good man right there that you criticize so strongly. He's a very good man, and he will continue to do a good job. In addition to him, we had very good people in that meeting, and those people have done a very, very effective job, and you're going to see it. And it goes on, by the way. It's going to go on.
Can you leak more war plans? Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's what it's all about. We have
This time to a real journalist instead of Goldberg, who's a major pussy.
Well, I don't know anything about Signal. I wasn't involved in this, but I just heard about
They let the Atlantic into that group chat with arms wide open. Yeah.
It's used by a lot of the military, and I think successfully. But sometimes somebody can get onto those things. That's one of the prices you pay when you're not sitting in the situation room with no phones on, which is always the best, frankly. But the best is to be there. In fact, oftentimes I've been
here it is.
In fact, just last week I was in the situation room on something very important, and we had a couple of people hooked up my
Ex-brother-in-law,
line,
sorry.
and I said, cancel the line. Sorry, fellas. What you do is we'll tell you all about the meeting.
Can you make me fired?
Are you going to change any procedures as a result of this?
Fired like
we
a
look at everything.
missile in the
They've made a big deal
direction
out
of
this because
Zanah.
We've had 2 perfect months. We're bringing.
Can
we are
you
bringing in
make
business.
me
We have another one
fire?
announced tomorrow, a big one, very big. Like in the history of our
Creed is
country,
guilty
nobody's
pleasure.
ever seen anything like it. And I think probably a lot of people are saying they started by saying it was the greatest first month that a president has ever had, and I think that's true. And now they say it's the best second month, and they had to
I'm
find something.
broken.
And-
Yeah, I
and
am
we
broken.
certainly will look at
Dude,
this.
what are we talking about?
The main thing was
What are we
nothing
talking? Of
happened.
course I'm broken, dude. The current administration is doing group chats on Signal, fantasizing about how they're going to bomb Yemen. And the group chat has the shittiest NatSec reporter, the most like pro State Department guy in the group chat, but like still, the very fact that this happened is insane. Okay, I like it. I would be incredibly hypocritical if I told you that this is a bad thing. This is a good thing. I think they should do that. But next time with a real journalist and not like Goldberg, who refuses to leak the classified information. Like, you're a goddamn journalist. What are you talking about? They gave this to you. This is an incredible gift to you, and you're just not going to do your job. You're a bad person. You are the reason why people don't trust media. Okay? Non-contentious, non-adversarial reporting is a genuine is this so annoying to me, okay? It is so fucking shitty. It is quite literally the reason why Mike Waltz has I was going to say Greenblatt, Goldberg's phone number.
Good, like that man sitting right at the end of the table who's done a great job. We shouldn't allow them to be hurt by it.
Mr. President, can I follow up on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
It could have defined his career as a journalist. No, his career as a journalist is literally to defend the State Department. That's the whole point of Goldberg. I'm going to talk about that as well. Hold on.
Number one,
we're gonna get to that.
Or app, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, if it's not classified, then dump it. Leak the name of the CIA asset. Dude, if the CIA asset that they were talking about is actually who we think it is, maybe someone who is suspiciously at in Yemen right now talking to high profile Houthi leaders, I would lose my fucking mind, okay? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is that the FBI?
Anything like that, I would I would ask them, it's not really an FBI thing, it's really something having to do
It's
with...
probably not the case, but it's just, I'm just saying, like, it's...
Will somebody be able to break in? Are people able to break into conversations? And if that's true, we're going to have to find some other form of device. And I think that's something that we may have to do. Some people like Signal very much. Other people probably don't. But we'll look into it. I think, Michael, I've asked you to immediately study that and find out. If people are able to break into a system, now in this case it wasn't that this attack was going on and nobody found out anything. And again, the person that was on, as I understand it, he left very early because he didn't find it very exciting. But I think it's something you should look into.
Yes, sir, we are. We have our technical experts looking at it. We have our legal teams looking at it. And of course, we're going to keep everything as secure as possible. No one in your national security team would ever put anyone in danger. And as you
Dog,
said,
you literally did
said,
that. You did do that, though. You did do that. You did do that. You did that.
But the media
can't
wants
say-
to talk about everything else except for the hostages you're getting out of the Middle East.
You did do that, though.
Iran on its back foot.
It's not even a
sea
leak.
lanes
It's
getting
not even a leak
reopened,
technically because
peace
you
in
guys did
Europe.
it.
As we just saw today with a Black Sea ceasefire, we were just on with Steve Witkoff, myself, our team in Saudi Arabia. They want to talk about all this other stuff except for your amazing successes and the successes of your team.
Sir, on the Black Sea. And sometimes you have to move very quickly, and the devices that are very good, but they are very, very cumbersome, and you're not able to use them, and from a practical standpoint. So all we can do is find out the best we have with modern technology. They'll probably get better over the years. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, on the Black Sea, so the Kremlin has said that there are several conditions that would need to be met for this agreement to happen. This includes sanction relief for banks and some companies. Did the U.S. agree to all of those conditions that they laid out?
They will be looking at them, and we're thinking about all of them right now. There are about 5 or 6 conditions. We're looking at all of them.
Mr. White House has said that it's looking into how a journalist got added to that Signal chat. Is it possible that there could be a firing of even a lower mid-level official?
No, Mike Waltz did it himself. There's no firing.
That we've been discussing.
We've pretty much looked into it. It's pretty simple, to be honest. It's not. It's just something that can happen. It can happen. You can even prepare for it. It can happen. Sometimes people are hooked in, and you don't know they're hooked in. They're hooked into your line, and they don't even mean bad by it. But it's not a perfect technology. There is no perfect technology. The really good ones are very cumbersome, very hard to access. And I think we're going to look at, we always want to use the best technology. This was the best technology for the moment. But again, it wasn't classified, so they probably viewed it as being something that wasn't that important. And it obviously, with the attack being, I mean, I don't know if it's been read out to you yet, but that attack was a tremendous success for the U.S., a tremendous success.
Who said the information,
Go ahead,
was
please.
not classified?
Do you think that Mike Waltz made a mistake, and does he need to apologize?
No, I don't think he should apologize. I think he's doing his best. It's equipment and technology that's not perfect, and probably he won't be using it again, at least not in the very near future. What do you think?
That's sir. I agree with you. Let's get everybody in the room whenever possible.
A lot of times you find out defects by exactly things like that, but I don't think it's something we're looking forward to using again. We may be forced to use it. You may be in a situation where you need speed as opposed to gross safety, and you may be forced to use it, but generally speaking, I think we probably won't be using it very much.
The Secretary of Defense on that train, the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, and J.D. Vance, the Vice President, said that the Europeans were freeloading. Do you agree with that assessment?
Do you really want me to answer? Yeah, I think they've been freeloading. The European Union's been absolutely terrible to us on trade, terrible. And as you know, NATO, I got them to pay hundreds of billions of dollars. They were way behind. And if you look if you look at Ukraine, so we're in for $350 billion because of Biden. Should have never happened, this war. All these dead people should not be dead. All these broken cities that are demolished down to the ground, those gorgeous towers, the most beautiful in the world, the most beautiful spires in the world. The spires in Ukraine were said to be the most beautiful of all. Just about every one of them is lying on its side in a million pieces. It's so sad to see what's happened to a heritage. No, I think that when they say the European Union and you could say NATO also. Look, NATO, and I don't blame NATO for this. I don't blame Europe for this. I blame Biden for the fact that he didn't make them equalize. And to this day, I said to him, you got to catch up, you got to equalize. But why are they in for $100 billion and we're in for possibly $350 billion? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. And you could say more important for them because we have an ocean in between. So, you know, it's one of those things. You'll be seeing Liberation Day. I call it Liberation Day in America. You're going to be seeing it on April 2nd. Didn't want to do it on April 1st for the obvious reason, April 2nd. But you'll be seeing tariffs. And I think I've been very fair. I have them set. But I think I've been very fair to countries that have really abused us economically for many, many decades.
Mr. President, also told you that information was not classified.
Another
Which of your
question?
national
Please,
security
go ahead.
advisors?
Just following up on your comments on the economy, there is reporting that consumer confidence fell for the fourth straight month. What is your message to Americans who are concerned
Well,
about
I know
terrorism?
this, that for the first time in like 50 years, right track, wrong track, we were on the right track. And I think people see that. And if you look at prices, prices are way down. You know, when I first came here, the first time I met with you people officially, they were screaming at me about eggs. I said, I've been here for a week and I'm being yelled at about eggs.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're a president, and egg prices skyrocket due to a fucking avian flu. That's just, you know, kind of your job, dude. That's what you did to Biden.
Great job.
That's why you won. You won because everyone was screaming at the president about the cost of living crisis.
We brought eggs down at a level that nobody thought we could get at. I inherited that situation, and I inherited a grocery situation. The groceries went way up, an old-fashioned word, but it's a very descriptive word. Groceries have gone through the roof. And I used to campaign on it. I used to say we're going to get groceries down, and we have got it down. I watched a certain newscast over the weekend, and a congressman, Democrat congressman, said, well, Trump's done a lot, I agree. He's been great on the border, he's been great on the military, but you know he hasn't brought prices down. That's false. Gasoline's way down. Eggs are way down. Groceries are down very substantially, but down. Almost everything's down. Now, I'd like to see interest rates come down a little bit, and you're going to see billions of dollars, even trillions of dollars coming into our country very soon in the form of tariffs, because we were abused by presidents that, frankly, in all fairness, it wasn't their expertise, but they had no idea what they were doing.
Mr. President, you say tariffs will create more jobs here in America.
Oh,
so
yeah, sure.
Which
It's
states?
going to it'll create a lot of money and more jobs. But if you look, so in the last, these gentlemen would know about it, and ladies, because some of the ladies are great businessmen in this room that are becoming ambassadors. Great, really great, top of the line. When you look at the number of companies that have said, like we're close to, I would say close to $4 trillion. We never had numbers like that. The number one chip maker in the world from Taiwan coming in with $200 billion. We have Apple. Look at Apple. $500 billion. $500 billion. They're going to build plants all over the United States. They were all being built in China. You have many, many companies, and maybe above all, you have the car companies coming in at levels that nobody's ever seen before. We have Honda is opening up one of the biggest plants in the world in Indiana, and many car companies are coming in. We have AI. We're leading China by a lot in AI, and we're going to keep it that way because we've made it very good for them, and we're going to protect them once they're here. We'll protect them through taxes, through incentives, and also through tariffs. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Based. Yeah, based. Yeah, he's being based. Hasanabi history is written by the victory. This saying used to mean after enough time went by, historians all agreed to what leaders at the time had accomplished. More so today, it means what lies can the leaders tell the news enough times to establish a false truth. Okay, fair.